Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'm Canon EOS photographer, RandallMRueff. Today is Wednesday, August 24th, 2016 AD, 9:43 a.m. Well, tomorrow is supposed to be the official release information date for the 5D Mark IV. That's right, Canon EOS 5D Mark IV is supposed to be announced with all the features and specs and etc., etc., etc. Well, I thought it would be interesting to do a video before the information and do another one after. See how close everybody's come. Now, I'm on the website Canon5dmark4.com. Yeah, you can look it up. Just go to Google and type in Canon EOS 5D Mark IV and you'll find lots of pages where you can look up proposed specs, what they think is going to be released, blah, 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 blah. Now, why I'm not really excited about this camera, one, I can't afford it. Two, I'd rather have the 1DX Mark II. If somebody was going to give me a camera, I would rather have the 1DX Mark II, hands down. Because it's going to, more than likely, based on what I've read and seen so far, it has better specs. Now, I could be wrong. We could find out tomorrow, or the specs are better. But these right here are the proposed specs for the 5D Mark IV, and I'm gonna go over with you here in a second. Let's start here. Let's just can we get all that and get the picture in too? No, of course not. Okay, let's go here. Okay, full frame, 30.4 megapixel sensor, 30.4 megapixels. Not bad. Could be better. Could be worse. I mean, the Canon's got one cameras with better, more megapixels. It's got ones with less. So 30 is not bad. 7 frames per second. Again, not the best, but not far from the worst. Dual pixel AF, of course, very nice. Focusing points 61, 41, the same as the 1DX Mark II, I believe. So no improvement there. RGB plus infrared sensor, 150K pixels. Now, I'm not really up a whole lot on all the definition of what that exactly means, or not so much what it means, but how it relates to taking pictures in the final picture. I'm not sure how that really helps her. You know, I know the sensors, the RGB sensor, red, green, blue. The infrared sensors for infrared sensing. And 150,000 K is the amount of pixels, but how that really affects the end picture, I don't really know. Memory cards, of course. Here's what I don't like: CF plus an SD slot. Now, here's the thing: I wish they would just go to one format for all their cameras. You know, it would be so much easier if it was all CF cards or all SD cards or all CFast cards. You know, if everybody's going to CFast, that's a new thing, or the new QXD or whatever it is, I wish they would just pick one card and go with it. Now, compact flash and SD have been around for a long time, so it makes sense that they're doing what they're doing. I just wish they would go, if CFast cards are the next thing, I wish they would go to CFast and just stay there. And then that way you could have 2 card slots or 3 or 4, however many you can fit in that little area. And flickering technology is a good feature. In some instances where your lights may be flickering, so you know you can turn it on or off if you want as needed. If you don't like it, but it is a good technology and good feature. I've never had a camera with the anti-flickering feature. But from what I've seen on YouTube and other places, it looks like some good technology. How good it actually works, I don't know, because I've never had access to a camera with that technology, so I don't know. ISO sensitivity of 100 and 102,400. Again, you're not going to be going for the 99% of the people are not going to be going up to 102,400 ISO. More than likely. Here's something that a lot of people have been wanting is the Wi-Fi. A lot of people have been griping in their Canon doesn't have Wi-Fi in their hiring cameras. Well, apparently now they're going to. If this is to be believed and to be true, that the 5D Mark IV is going to have Wi-Fi. If all this information is to be true, it's going to have Wi-Fi. And a lot of people have been wanting that. And if that's true, that is one of the features that the 1DX Mark II does not have is Wi-Fi. So in that area, the 1DX or the 5D Mark IV would be better than the 1DX Mark II if it had built-in Wi-Fi. Now, would I use built-in Wi-Fi? I don't know. I've never had a chance to really use, until I really get a camera that has it and I get the chance to use it and see how it works. The good part and the bad part, I don't know. Now, in theory, having it, yeah, it's good, but how good it works and what ranges, I don't know. I would have to. I've never had access to a camera to actually use that has Wi-Fi built in, so I don't know. Okay, let's talk about video. 4K video at 24 and 30 frames. Depending on whether you're shooting movies or YouTube videos, I probably shoot 4K at 30 frames per second. 1080p at 60 frames per second. Yeah, of course. 720p at 120 frames per second. Now, I'm a little disappointed that those settings aren't a little bit higher. I would like to be able to get 60 frames and 120 frames at 4K. But I'm sure that it's not that Canon couldn't do it, but I'm sure to do it you would have to step up the processing power, and that would step up the price. And so to keep the price down is probably the reason you're going to have only 720p at 120 and 1080p at 60. So and they can only do 4K at 24 or 30. So I understand that. They could have stepped it up, but to step it up again, and I think the reason they didn't step it up more than what it is now is for price. Do they have the technology to be faster and better? Yes. But the downside is it would cost more to implement that technology, and they don't want to raise the prices to the price of a 1DX or anywhere close. They want to keep the price, at least I would think, about half the price of the 1DX. So that's probably why they did those settings. Let's see. Frame grabs from 4K video. That's good. I assume it's internal. You only do it from the external portion of the computer. But JPEG, there's some news about 500 megabits per second 8-bit option. I'm not really familiar. It's talking about the motion JPEG or just JPEG. Some news about 500. I don't really know. I don't understand that a whole lot myself, but so I really can't talk about that. Built-in time lapse, that's good. That's a neat feature. A lot of cameras are starting to have that now because you can do some really neat things with time lapse. Connectivity is USB 3.0. That's to be expected. GPS built in. That's to be expected now. Since the 1DX Mark II had it, it goes to say that the 5D Mark IV is going to have it. And I imagine from now on, most, if not all, their cameras are going to have GPS built in. I mean, if they don't have GPS built in, I'm going to be very surprised. If their cameras moving forward don't all have GPS built in. And maybe Wi-Fi as well. So, but definitely GPS. That's a global positioning system for you people that let you record your location, your altitude, latitude, longitude. So with altitude, latitude, longitude, the angle at which you're pointing the camera, for in other words, like 10 degrees, 50 degrees, 180 degrees. So your altitude, latitude, longitude, and your angle that you're shooting. So that's a lot of information to really deal with. It's really cool they added. Again, I think it's going to be in most cameras, if not all their cameras from here on. NFC compatible connectivity. I'm not really familiar with that even is, so I can't talk about that. Cable release moved to the front, but they're not 100% sure about that. I don't know if that moved to the front. I don't know if I'd like that. It might be good, it might not. I don't know. And plus, we don't even know if it's true. I would think they would be on the side still, but I could be wrong. Maybe it will be on the front. Who knows? I don't know why they would do that, but touchscreen display with a similar function of the 1DX Mark II. I can understand that. They probably haven't. You would think they would want to progress the display a little bit. Now, the 1DX Mark II has some neat touch abilities, but there's still a long way for it to go when it comes to Canon and touchscreens. A lot of things it can't do yet, or they don't have it so it can do it yet. Whether that's just them not putting the emphasis on that, or whether it's just the technology, or what. I mean, there's other companies, and especially things like Apple and the iPhone and iPad, where you can do a lot more just by touching than you can with the 1DX and the 5D Mark IV, if this is true. So, is the 1DX and better than what came before the 1DX as far as touchscreens? Yes. Is the 5D Mark IV going to be the same? Probably, or maybe a little bit better, hopefully. But it doesn't sound to me like they're putting a lot of emphasis on the touch screen as far as being able to zoom and pinch and go between pictures. Now what? From what I heard from the 1DX Mark II is that you can, if you're using a live view mode and you're using the screen, you can push on the screen on a point, and it will focus on that point very quickly and very quietly. But there's still a lot of things that they need to work out as far as on-screen menus and things like that where it doesn't work. So, will it be better than the 1DX Mark II touchscreen? Don't know. Is it going to be the same? Don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see. Again, the announcement's supposed to be tomorrow, so we'll find out. Ergonomics. The new body will feature new, more ergonomic lines and new buttons to ease up on the handling. Sounds good. Body size, 116.4 long, 150 millimeter tall, and 75.9 millimeter wide. Weight is 890 grams, which will be 1,600, 1,700, I don't know, what is it, times 2. They say 1 gram is 2 paper clips, if I remember right. 1 gram is 2 paper clips. So whatever 2 paper clips is, it's like 1,700 paper clips. I'm not sure how much that is. It's really not. I mean, when you think about everything, the camera can do, it only weighs that much. Now you may say that's a lot of weight, or it's not a lot of weight. I just think back to when we were shooting film cameras and how much they weighed and how much it cost to run them. And when you think about now the weight of 890 grams to do. Now, granted, in 50 years, it's going to be nothing. But for right now, 890 grams to do everything it does here, I think it's pretty good. Is it as good as the 1DX Mark II? No. But does the 1DX Mark II going to cost more? Going to weigh more? Yeah, of course. So, let's see what else. They just got opinions and ads and people talking about what they think about it right now. But there you go, Canon EOS 5D Mark IV release date. Updated specs. Again, the announcement's supposed to be, look, 20. Wait, hold on. What's up to you on the latest? I remember. The 27th of August, it doesn't. The event is 5. Like, to begin on the 27th of August, it doesn't. Okay, that's 27th, so that's 3 days away. I heard it was going to be tomorrow, on the 25th. Who knows? We'll find out within less than a week, easily. More likely. So, I just want to make this video before it gets released, so we can I'll do a video comparison after it gets released. When we find out all the specs and it's official, we can compare notes or compare videos and say, look, we thought this was right, we thought this was right. Turns out this was right, this was wrong, whatever. Do I wish Canon would send me one of these? Yes. Would I prefer they send me a 1DX Mark II? Yes. If they're going to send me one of these, would I like a battery grip as well? Yes. As well as a 28-300, UV zero filter for that, some extra batteries, etc., etc. But anyway,
You can go down to my, if you want to help me out, give me this camera. My name and address, description, etc. are in the description below. And until next time, I'm Canon EOS photographer RandallMRueff, saying thanks for watching. Have a good day. May God bless you. See you guys later. Oh yeah, keep shooting.